What's up, you guys? It's your boy Shelby aquí metido como metiche, güey. Pero I should make a transvestite video, like, what to do today. Honestly, bro, I be rocking the wig. When I was little, I used to rock the wig, like, damn, 3-9 contacts. Hey, guys, I just wanted to wear the wig, bro. I just wanted to wear the wig and wear 3-9 contacts. That's as far as I got. But anyways, when it comes down to that stuff, it's like, there's so many purposes for it, you know? There's like transvesting, they're coming from other places, and they're trading soldier dudes, transvesting. There's that type of transvesting, and then there's like, you gotta walk through her shoes transvesting, and then there's fucking like, trying to find her transvesting, and then there's trying to hide her transvesting. So there's so many different types of transvesting, and then there's the punishment transvesting, because of the fact that you like, well, that's what happens when you pimp girls in the world. They make you into a girl, because you've been living off of girls, and so then they make you into a girl. It's a social diss, bro. But people don't get it. But transvesting is crazy, bro. That shit's ridiculous. That's why they bother transgender people when they transfer over, and they're so hard on them because they need to make them commit to their decision. But they say that it's a forced illness. You know, it's a forced defect. But when it comes to transvesting, man, I don't know, bro. There's some bad ones out there, bro. I think it started with those Marilyn Monroe guys. Whatever they were like, you know, taping down girl boobs and stuff, and like making them look like guys to hide them and stuff. There's all kinds of little soldier shit in there. So it just depends when it comes to that transvesty stuff, it's a lot of things for a lot of reasons, supposedly to get the support of women, you have to go and do it like a girl, because you're supposedly a man to help boost it up, because how everybody does the bajada, and I just keep thinking about TJ, oh, it's too sexy for you, I guess that was my guapo or something. I saw that, but anyway, something about the girls go through their bullshit, and then the guy, since he's a guy, he goes in and he takes it like a man, and he gives them the strength to not be victims or whatever, because everybody gets used to the max, bro. When you move to a different place like Mexico or El 18 or whatever, they do the same shit. Of course, it's the quarters, bro. Everybody gives up the butt cheeks, and that's just the way it is. Especially if you're doing drugs too, bro. Everybody gives up the cheeks. Everybody. So it just like when it comes down to transvesting, it just depends on the purpose and the application of how you're using transvesting. Because there's some transvesting people that are artists, bro. Like the guys that like to dress up like girls and they have their mother support. They're fucking artists, bro. Because they live like men and they dress like girls. Those guys are awesome. But then there's the guys that just want to be a girl because they couldn't live like a man, bro. Just because whatever reason, bro, you know what I mean? And then there's dudes that are just on the stuff, So there's a lot of different reasons why people do the transvesting, to get away with crime, to get away with drugs, to get away with things. There's people that do it because they like to dress up, they like the art form of like the character and like to be somebody else, stuff like that. And then there's the people that are really on that super spy mode, bro, that, you gotta look like the princess, bro, or she's gotta look like the guy she's protecting, and shit like that. It's crazy, bro. But when you get to a high level of life, supposedly you're supposed to have a double. Because they have this game, they like to fuck each other in the ass, right? And that's like how they break down high people. So you gotta get a girl that kind of looks like you. So you either gotta get sexy for her, or she's gotta get ugly for you. So then, they take turns fucking each other in the ass in the Gaylord or whatever the fuck it is. So transvesting, there's a lot of stuff in there. You know, I call it transvesting because it's like they get soldiers from other places and stuff, and they make them look like regular cops to get information. They do all kinds of funny, silly shit. It's crazy every day, every day, every day. But anyways, that's what it is.